I always thought my sister and I were close. We weren't the kind of siblings who talked every day, but we shared childhood memories, late-night talks during summer breaks, and countless laughs over family dinners. So, when I heard she was getting married, I expected to be one of the first to know. Instead, I found out through a distant cousin's Facebook post, captioned, "Beautiful wedding," with a photo of my sister in a white dress, smiling like she had no care in the world. I was shocked. There had been no phone call, no message, not even a vague mention of a fiancé. At first, I thought it was some sort of misunderstanding or maybe a surprise ceremony that got out of hand. But as I kept scrolling through the photos, my confusion turned to disbelief. There was the groom, tall, with dark hair, and in his arms was not just my sister, but also my ex-boyfriend. They were holding hands, laughing together. In another picture, the groom had his arm around him like they were family. I stared at the screen, numb. The man she married wasn't a stranger at all. He was my ex's older brother. My sister had always been polite to him when we dated, but I never suspected they had any deeper connection. After our breakup, I hadn't kept in touch with that family. My sister clearly had, and now, there she was, beaming beside him while the rest of my family clapped in the background, as if it wasn't completely bizarre that I wasn't there. I tried to piece everything together. Was she afraid I wouldn't approve? Or did she think it would be too awkward for me to attend? Maybe she thought I'd make a scene, though I never had before. But the more I thought about it, the more it hurt. Not just the fact that she didn't invite me, but that she didn't trust me enough to handle it with grace. She had erased me from one of the most important days of her life. Without explanation, I texted her, simply asking, "Why didn't you tell me?" She didn't reply. Hours turned into days. I replayed our last conversation in my head, looking for signs of distance I may have missed, but everything had seemed fine. We had even talked about getting brunch just a month ago. That silence on her end was louder than any excuse she could have given. Eventually, a message came, not from her, but from our mom. She said my sister didn't want drama and thought it would be best if I wasn't involved. I felt a mixture of sadness and betrayal. My own sister didn't just leave me out. She chose to protect her comfort over our relationship. And while I wished her happiness, I couldn't help but wonder if she'd ever look back at those pictures and feel even a flicker of guilt at the empty seat that should have been mine.